Hello everyone, it's Mark Lanier with your video thought for the day. Well, football season is upon us. And as I'm thinking about football, I'm reminded of maybe the most famous head coach of all time, certainly in the pros. His name was Vince Lombardi. In fact, the Super Bowl trophy is named after him. Vince Lombardi was head coach of the Green Bay Packers back in the 60s when I was young and really first trying to learn football. And the franchise, the Packers, were a dynasty back then. And Vince Lombardi had the best players, he was the best coach, and they had the best results. Well, one of the things Vince Lombardi is famous for is giving these top-level professional athletes a lesson where he started out and he said, "Men, this is a football." Now, they made their living playing football. They knew what a football was. But Vince Lombardi was going to teach them how important the basics are, how important the fundamentals were. And even though they were professional athletes, he was taking them back to the most fundamental basic of all. This is a football. As I was thinking about that, I was thinking how important it is for us to remember and to live out the basics. The basic rules and guidelines for how to live a godly life and a successful life. And so what I'm going to do for the next 10 video thoughts for the day, this week and next week, is I'm going to concentrate each day on one aspect of Christian living that I urge you to incorporate into your life. Each day, after you hear this message, make a conscientious effort to incorporate this principle into your daily living. Here it is. It comes from the New Testament book written by James, the brother of Jesus, most scholars think. And in the first chapter, the 19th verse, he says, "Be quick to listen. Be slow to speak." Now think about that for a moment. Speaking comes easy to many people. We talk and talk and talk. We prattle, we prattle, we prattle. Oh, maybe we don't speak as much verbally now as we do by text, but we text and text and text. It's real easy to talk. It's easy to talk about people. It's easy to talk about events. It's easy to talk about all sorts of things. But James tells us that a successful Christian life needs to be based not on talking, but on listening. And that is a game changer. Now, I'm a lawyer. I talk for a living. But I'll tell you this, some of the most successful moments I've had at trial haven't come from what I've been saying. They've come from what I've been listening to. And I've learned early on from some of the best trial lawyers there are that you've got to pay attention and listen to other people. When you listen to others, you tune into not just their thoughts and their words, but their emotions, how they feel, what they need, where they're hurting, where they're coming from. And it's also a way you can learn from other people. There are so many advantages that come from listening as opposed to simply being the talker. By the way, it's no different in our relationship with God. It's one reason we read the Word and we listen to God as well as talk to God. Be quick to listen and slow to speak. It's fundamental. But I'll tell you this, if you'll do it, it will change your life. That's enough words from me. You've been a good listener. God bless you today.